We're going to talk about resort fees today. And specifically, I'm going to do some math to show you what possibly the entire hotel industry in Vegas might be raking in yearly. I think the numbers will blow your mind, especially numbers just on visitation, hotel room numbers. Like this is very interesting stuff, at least to me. I'm a nerd. So stay tuned for that as we look and we see and we try to justify why they have the resort fees to start with, because I don't hate the hotels. As a matter of fact, I just want to give you a disclaimer. If there's hotel executives watching this channel, which I heard from somebody that there might be, I'm not out to get you. You do positive things, and I should highlight those things even more than I do. And you know what? We certainly do appreciate all the entertainment you bring to people. Yeah, this channel isn't about attacking the hotels and the industry, because that's an easy way to get cheap clicks. This is an introspective dive for me to look at this kind of stuff. It's a deep dive into things. So let's take a look at it together. My name is Steven, by the way. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell for future notifications. You'll be getting more videos that are news, analysis, opinions, live streams, short films on Vegas. And leave us a comment, as I mentioned. What's the most expensive resort fee you've paid, or how do you get out of them? Also, check out our channel sponsor over on Instagram. It's called P9 Magazine. They use the side of Resorts World, a great property here in town, to buy that billboard space and launch their brand. And they do it every single month of the year, and it's pretty amazing of them to sponsor me, and I appreciate them very much. And check me out while you're on Instagram too, Not Leaving Las Vegas. I post a lot of photos. If you want to support us, the second way is VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. My wife Caroline makes these from the very first cut of the cotton, because it comes on up, it's cotton, it's handmade 100% from scratch, to putting them in the mail. We're just two people doing it. The only two that you'll ever need if you need face masks. 2 for $25, free shipping. We even have Christmas stuff. VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. Okay. So I got to this position because one of the news sites that I look at was talking about the lawsuit that the Marriott is facing based out of DC. So we're looking at a lawsuit based out of DC. Marriott makes tens of millions of dollars, 17 million a year, on resort fees. And I'm thinking, wow, they sure are upset about this. But honestly, it's kind of nuts, because they have 7,000 properties and 30 brands across the globe, and they only made $17 million. I mean, its self-managed resorts made $66 million in 2012, $82 million in 2013, and $58 million through the half of 2014 from the fee. That's crazy. Why don't they make more money than that? So I thought, how do we find this out about Las Vegas? And there's a few ways that you can actually do this. First of all, you should know the LVCVA has an amazing website, and they give you all of the different stats and statistics for the whole city. So the first thing you need to do is you need to hit up the LVCVA's website. And from there, you can find year-to-date for the current year you're in, historical data. Maybe we'll look at that later on the channel, so give us a subscription if you like this and see it later. But we looked at the 2019 summary data because, as I mentioned, the last 2 years don't really count for the travel industry. And what does that data look like? Well, it looks kind of like this. It says that for the entire year, the occupancy that we see in cell number 11 here, total occupancy was 88.9%. 88.9% occupied, which means that almost all the hotels were occupied for the whole year. The next thing we have to ask is, how many hotel rooms are there in Vegas? There's 150,000 hotel rooms in Vegas. And so from there, we can just basically do some simple math to figure some things out. And what we have to do is we have to type in 88.9% of 150,000. And that's going to tell us that on average, 133,350 hotel rooms were occupied in the city. Now, you might be saying to yourself, there is no way there's 150,000 hotel rooms in Vegas. That is not plausible. I've been there. It's only 5 miles on each side plus downtown Fremont Street. And you'd be right if you were just talking about the Strip in Fremont Street. But these numbers account for everything. Everything from the Gold Coast, just a mile off or two off the Strip, all the way out into Red Rock Resort in the other west side of town, all the way down into Boulder City with the Railroad Pass, I think it's still called. Everything in the entire county is counted into this number. So $150,000, 50,000 rooms. Yes, it's plausible that we have that many. That means 133,350 of them are actually occupied. The next thing you have to do to make this work is you have to figure out what is the actual median resort fee price in Vegas. They vary. There's places like Four Queens with 0 resort fees, and there's places like the biggest properties, which I won't even name because it would be negative for me to do so. Again, I'm not attacking a particular property or even the industry, but there's some higher end resorts with $45 resort fees. I'll let you do your own homework on that. So we have to find what's called a median. So I find the median by typing in some common resort fee numbers. I took $0 resort fees, $15 resort fees, $35 resort fees, and $45. And if I wanted to, I could even tack on a $25 resort fee because that's another popular one. And you have to calculate the median. You can't just take an average of two numbers because 0 and 45 is going to be exactly half of that. So it's not going to make sense. Calculate it out, we have $25 median. So we take this number right here, 133,350, and we multiply it by a $25 average resort fee or median resort fee, and we have $3,333,750. That's a lot of money. That's per night, by the way. So we have to multiply that by 365, and that's going to give us a one with how many places behind it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So $1,216,818,750 collectively as an industry per year. Now, it could be argued that that's way too much money. It could be argued that there's trillions of dollars of real estate on the Las Vegas Strip and downtown, and that these properties have to upkeep that value and they have a business to run. I don't know which way you want to argue that. You go ahead at it in the comments below. I'll read your comments, try to play nice. I'm not here again, I'm going to say it for like the 5th time, to vilify the hotel properties for making that kind of money. You know, just on a side note, I don't know who wrote it, but somebody once said that capitalism is not a solution. It's a tool for you to solve your own problems. So this is capitalism in action. And if you have a giant resort and you have the ability to charge the fees and people are going to pay for the fees, then you're going to charge the fees and people are going to pay for the fees. And right now we're too deep in the woods to really get it so the resorts stop doing it. And the solution is simple. Just gamble some money and get them waived if you want to. And if you're not a gambler, then some people would ask, what are you doing in Vegas? But then again, I'm not a gambler and I'm still in Vegas. No, I think a lot of these fees are going to upgrade the properties, keep up the properties, make sure they're nice looking inside, and make sure they don't smell like cigarette smoke when you check into a room that's supposed to be a non-smoking room. And that being said, though, you can tell me if resort fees are bogus for you, if you're happy for them, if you do get, if you just pay them begrudgingly, or if you somehow magically get out of paying them. Tell us in the comments. I'd love to hear it. But I thought that would be an interesting deep dive into how it all works. You tell me in the comments below what your thoughts are, and if my math is way off, I'm into learning, so let me know about that too. Once again, my name is Steven. That's my video, and I'm sticking to it, and I am not leaving Las Vegas. Be sure to leave us a like on the way out if you just happened upon this video. Consider subscribing. Check us out over on Instagram, Not Leaving Las Vegas, and our channel sponsors there too. VegasFaceMask.com, the only two that you'll ever need. And I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and click. It's so nice. The only two that you'll ever need. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and click.